We're off to the Choctaw Nation in Durant, Oklahoma. We have the privilege of attending one of their pit firings. Then they show us how they're working to preserve their art and their language from their ancestors on to future generations of Choctaw. Was it your interest in the traditions of the Choctaw Nation that made you decide to become an archaeologist, or?
It was. My uncle started teaching me how to chip stone arrowheads when I was about 7 years old. That's also about the time I started to dig clay and try to make pots. I'd throw them in a wooden campfire, not having any idea what I was doing. It would just blow up, of course.
Up, yeah.
But yeah, it was that interest. I studied, like all my free time when I was growing up, I studied Choctaw traditional arts and Native American history. So when it came time to go to college, I thought archaeology would be another way I could continue to learn about things, but from a little bit different perspective. And then once I got into it, I saw that archaeology might be a way to help the tribe, so I continued with it.
You know, what made you start thinking about bringing back the traditions, the language traditions?
I never got away from the language. You know, I came into a family that spoke Choctaw.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, my mother was the beader in the family. She did beadwork for everyone in the community, and as a young child she tried to teach me how to do it, and I guess I rather would play than to sit and watch and learn, so I didn't really think I had paid that much attention. Well, when my mother passed away, it was just like handed down to me, because I just started picking up, you know, where she left off.
I never lost my culture, I never lost my language, and when I went to Omaha, it was same way. I came into Lawrence, Kansas, and we was a Choctaw. They had one church up there, so we had Choctaws there also. And Kansas City was not that far, so you know, we had a few churches over there. So you know, I've just been around churches.
I'm just amazed each time I do a work, you know, and to see how it comes out, you know. So you can see some of the necklaces that I did.
Beautiful.
And
this is just beautiful. So this is layers of beadwork here,
yes.
right?
And
was anybody keeping up with the tradition with the clay and other things at that point, or?
People were. There still are elders who remember their grandparents cooking in clay pottery when they were young. They're using it to store things. There's an individual named Curtis Billy who has done a lot to study and revitalize Choctaw traditional arts. He did quite a bit with the pottery here a little while ago. And he still works for the tribe. He works for the language department. So he was one of the people who told me some of the information to, you know, get started doing it.
I work with intertribal, that's Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, Seminole, and Cherokee. We all work together to set up workshops and different things, and we bring in a lot of different speakers from different places to come in, and most of what we really look for is immersion class. Immersion classes, it's about the only way we can use to preserve the language a lot quicker than what we would do is instead of teaching, you know. So,
you know, art was my minor in college, so I have a little experience with pottery anyway at the college level, but I have 2 potteries now on display at the museum in Idabel.
So you have 2 pieces at the Museum of the Red River?
And my daughter, Shauna, has 2 pieces there, and some of the other students in the class have.
The pottery classes have been going on for 1.5 years.
I guess they're very popular then.
Yeah, we've had about 400 students sign in over the last 1.5 years.
That's fantastic.
And I like working with kids, especially because I think that's where we need to start teaching them is at a young age, whether it be our language or, you know, the crafts that we have, but especially their culture and the history. They can tell you, you know, what the Trail of Tears means. Because they're one day going to be our future leaders, and they need to know everything they can about who they are, where they're from, where they came from, and that Choctaw people will always be here, you know. And so we need to continue to move forward and teach, and that way we can prosper as a great nation.
So I said, we're going to have to break that barrier somewhere.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, absolutely. Be proud of your heritage and your tradition. Yeah.